What's up, everybody? Who is ready for a Narsh review? Let's frickin'... It's too bad because this is the Thamasa review, not the Narsh review. Damn it, Tony! Reroll it! Hello, everybody! Who is ready for a Thamasa review? Okay, as you know, we talk about the characters in the Narsh review in the order that they appear. And in the Thamasa review, we do it in order of my favorite characters that we've gotten. So, they are in order of my favorites. Again, we are not going to rate by number, because that's unethical and mean. So, we're just going to talk about the characters. So, we will start at the top with my favorite character that we've gotten, obviously, Bad Terra. She's from the Prophecy arc, and I love that arc. I like how she's our delivery person with the airship and stuff. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, let's talk about how good she is, though. So, White Cape as her relic. Probably should have been on a good Terra rather than a bad Terra, but it's nice that she's immune to Imp and Mute. And then her attacks and stuff, like, okay, so Seize doesn't work. It only worked on Kefka because Kefka was a character when we were fighting him. The game treats him as a character. And then, but X-Medio. So that's obviously a desperation move. It's really cool. It's one that you don't get to see that much, and it just does ridiculous damage to a single target, so it's awesome. And then her second one, Xfer Arabolt. Xfer can be useful sometimes, like later in the World of Ruin, if we run into enemies that just have huge HP pools, but are vulnerable to instant death, we can give Xfer a try more often. And then Arabolt is just Arabolt. It's a Hadoken. It is Holy Element. It's not the best Blitz, but really what we've been doing is X-Medioing, like, every time. Her magic list is not really filling out too crazy good. You know, I feel like I should put these characters on the team just so I can show you some of the junctions and stuff, because that's really where everything comes into play. As far as equipment goes, it doesn't really matter for her, honestly. So her Espers, right? She has a lot of Espers that she can use. And we found out that VIP is Banon status, so we will not be using Unicorn, because anytime that Bad Terra dies, we just lose, because she's VIP. Palador is Discordant, which I still don't know what that does. Double AP, which is double magic points, I'm fairly certain. And then Fizz Font, which I'm fairly certain that Font and Sync are opposites, right? Like, Font is probably like a boost to whatever it is, and Sync is a detriment. So, yeah, I guess she's got a physical plus if we want it. Zone Seek, Faith, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna guess that, like, probably makes your healing spells better, maybe. And SOS Morph, which makes sense for her because she's a Terra. Basically, when you're low on HP, you morph. And then Phantom, I have no idea what either of these do. Art License, I'm going to assume is Sketch related, but Sketch is not in the seed because I replaced everything. And then Commander, I have no clue. And then Madwin, which is the one we've been using. I still don't know what Necromancer means, but Return Magic I've seen work once, and it was really cool. She got hit with a Gigavolt and then did a Gigavolt back. It's exactly like Counter Magic in Final Fantasy Tactics, which is really neat. As far as the spells she got, they're not incredibly great when stacked up against just doing X-Medio. I don't think she can equip our Iron Helmet. She can't equip the Iron Helmet. The Iron Helmet has been teaching Flare, and yeah, whoever can equip it, we're giving it to that has a magic command, right? I don't really know what I would equip on her as far as a weapon, probably a Man-Eater or just the Stunner. She can't have a Paladin Shield. That is banned until the World of Ruin, after we get all of our characters back. So she's basically been having some kind of an elemental shield. Then here, I just kind of go with, like, Nutkin suit, because Behemoth suit's a little busted too. We probably don't want to use that until the World of Ruin. I've been flying by the seat of my pants on those rules, but yeah, anything that I get, like, ridiculously excited to see, I'm just like, okay, we probably can't use that. Like the Behemoth suit. So yeah, and then the helmet, we have been doing, I think we've been doing the Dark Hood on her. Oh, it might be the Regal Crown, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really matter for her, to be honest with you. We just pop a ribbon on her and X-Medios. So yeah, Bad Terra is really, really good. Alright, my next favorite character is Caster. Obviously, Swole's farmhand that ran away when he saw Swole come back to life as a zombie. Well, not as a zombie, but he thinks so. So Caster is our Berserker. He's a jump Berserker with an amulet already equipped, which is anti-zombie and anti-poison, which is nice. Really, what we've been doing with him lately, and this is really, really cool, we give him this Blizzard Orb, right? So he's a jump Berserker, right? But we give him a Blizzard Orb. It changes his command X magic. He can't use it, though. He's not doing X magic Berserk, sadly. Which sucks because he does have, like, Bolt 3, and he was learning Flare and stuff in his list. However, that Blizzard Orb being Clean Sweep is really cool because he's also got this Carbuncle Esper with a junction that is Water Pierce. So what it does is it pierces any defense of water, right? So, like, any healing from it, any, resistance to it. So it basically turns whatever water spell you use into a non-elemental spell. So he's basically doing non-elemental AoE every now and then with Clean Sweep, which is really, really cool. And just having these pierce abilities will make a lot of spells way better for characters, right? Tritalk we haven't really used much, but Prism Wall, I would really like to know what Prism Wall does. At some point, we might do some testing, but for now, he's just throwing clean sweeps and wrecking everything, and it's awesome. Yeah, Caster, you're really, really good. You weren't great at the beginning, but now that you have that ability to make clean sweep non-elemental, you're just sick, man. Alright, Daryl. Let's talk about Daryl. She has a Meteor command. Her magic command is also really good. Life 2, Cure, Life. She learned Ultima at level 16. She has Merton, Vanish, Imp. She can un-imp us if we don't have green cherries and stuff. She's got an awesome magic list. But we haven't really been using it that much because we just have a Meteor. Non-elemental AoE, just like Caster's Clean Sweep, but does not require a Pierce. One drawback of her is that she pretty much always has to have a ribbon or a peace ring equipped, because that fairy ring that she has is, the question mark on it is auto muddle, so she'll always be confused if we don't have something equipped on her stopping it. She also had to, specifically get something banned on her, which is the Seraphim Esper, because of the junctions. Quickening, basically what it's meant to, the intended purpose is to cast a spell from your spell list, and it costs the price of what it regularly costs. So, if you throw out, if she had it equipped and I went in here and I did, let's say, Merton, it cost 85 MP. She would throw a Merton and it would cost 85 MP, and then after that, she would continuously cast it over and over until either the enemy died, she died, or she ran out of MP. The problem is, she has a Meteor command, and it works with that too, but the command is free. It's supposed to increase every spell after the first one with more of attacks on the MP as a balancing tool, which is a really good balancing tool. However, when you're using a free one, it's just free, from what I can tell. Now, there is a chance that it is taking MP after that initial free cast with the command of Meteor, but I can't tell because she has Victory Cry. Makes you heal all HP and MP after battle if you're still alive. I can't tell if it's taking her MP away because we get out of the battle, it's full anyway. So the only way we're gonna know if Meteor is actually costing MP is when we get into fights with groups that are gonna live through, 4 or 5 Meteors. Yeah, we're just not using Seraphim because it's too good for somebody with frickin' Meteor. Then we've got Ifrit, who has Instant Act, which basically gets rid of the wait time when you use a command. I've seen it happen once, watching back the other episodes, when I think Selfie had it equipped, and I commanded her to do something, and it immediately happened. There was no, space in there. The moment I hit the button, it popped up and she was doing it. I imagine it takes away the weight on X magic too, if you use X magic. I'm almost certain that's the case there too. And then SOS Escape, which this might have to be banned too, because that's just a little too busted, because if we're fighting a boss, including Final Kefka, if somebody gets low on HP, we can just abuse this SOS Escape, because he's gonna fall on us. Whoever has this is going to go to 1 HP and run away. And then if our entire team gets wiped, we just win anyway, because the game says one character ran away. Yeah, so we probably won't use that. That's a little ridiculous. She's also got Madwin for the return magic thing. That's cool. we might just use that for her, in fact. So yeah, Daryl is really, really good, just because of the meteors. And we're gonna have her in the World of Ruin as our first character too, so that's really, really nice. Oh, she's got a Thunder Rod here too we could use that gives SOS haste now. That's really neat. We can probably do that. And this cat hood is Repel Pearl and also getting us a lot of money so that we can use another really good piece of equipment to better effect on other characters, which we'll talk about in a second. All right, Orlando, pretty not good at first. Like, his magic list was probably the best one we could get at the time, right? He's got Ice 3, Bolt 3, Quake, Haste, but now people are a lot better. He's got this Phantom, which is Commander and Art License. Like I said before, I don't know what they do. And he's got Poison Slow. It's Poison Frog and Slow. Poison Frog was pretty decent early on, but now it's like fell off, and we haven't even really been using it that much anyway. And Slow is just slow. He's got a Sneak Ring equipped, which doesn't help him because he can't even equip a Thief Knife either. And he doesn't have Steel. Really what we've been doing is giving him the Thief Glove, because that turns his Poise Slow into our sword, and that's basically been working out for us. He pulls Stunner a decent amount lately. I haven't seen a butt ton of Empowerers happen before. He's cleaved a couple of times. He does Quadra Slice and Slam. He's pretty alright, and that's a really thematic, skill for him to have because it's Orlando. Orlando's great, man. I love him. Magisa has maybe one of my favorite skill names we've ever rolled. Soup'em. Just fun to say. That's Sourmouth and Pummel, which was pretty good early on and still isn't terrible, I imagine. Pummeling stuff is pretty much going to scale. Single target non-elemental damage, pretty good. She's got a Barrier Ring equipped, which is okay. Magic list wise, really we're not worried about any of this stuff because I'm pretty sure she can equip the Iron Helmet. Yeah, she can just learn Flare, which is probably what's going to happen. As far as Espers, she's got good old Ramuh that has Crisis Arm and Gold Mage. I'm assuming that Crisis Arm is going to work like Robo's Crisis Arm in Chrono Trigger, where like the less people alive, the stronger it gets, or like the lower HP, the stronger it gets. I don't remember which one it was, actually. I might be thinking of the Doom Sickle from Magus, when like he's the only one left alive, it gets really, really powerful. Or she's got that, and she's got Carbuncle, which is that Repel Earth and Water Pierce, but she doesn't have any water she can throw out. Alexander, which is probably one of our best Espers outside of Seraphim, so she'll probably be using that. Number one, it's got Chemist. I don't know what that does yet. I still gotta test it. But Pearl, Meteor, and Quick is pretty damn nice. We'll probably be working on that with her either next episode if we decide to take her with us, or in the World of Ruin. Magisa's cool. She runs the soup kitchen here in this prison world, and she loves her job. Alright, now we got R66X. So R66X, kind of disappointing, man. Having an Atlas armlet is neat, but Mute and Cave-In, meh. He does have X magic, which is cool because he's R66X. But yeah, the spell's not fantastic that he has right now. I don't think he can actually equip the Iron Helmet. No, he cannot, so he won't be learning Flare from that. But he does have a lot of Espers, so Tritalk, just like Caster has. Zone Seek, like Bad Terra has. Shote, which is what Gestalt has. And it has Immortal on it, which we still don't know what that does. Final Ripple, I'm assuming, is throw out Rippler right when you're dying. I guess as an attempt to Rippler death onto somebody? I don't know. And then Corinne, which has Hamido, which we haven't tried yet, but that sounds cool. SOS Freeze, which I'm assuming is going to throw out like an N-Cross or something, like when you get low on HP. Yeah, as far as spells he's learning, not the greatest suite of them for an X-Magic user. But, yeah, it's R6XX, he's cool, and he's gonna kind of give us hints as to what's going on in this world, because he's got the archive within him of why all of us were sent here, and all of our crimes, which not even Gestalt had access to, only one person does. We'll find out who, eventually. Alright, Maria, former member of the Green Pants Gang, has Empower Dread, which we haven't really used her much at all. She does have beads equipped, which is nice for the evade. But yeah, the Empower Dread, number one, it's Empower, which You guys know how much I hate that. And then Dread, which is Petrify, which can be useful in certain situations, but with all the power flying around in the seed, that's kind of low, well, power. As far as magic goes, I don't think that we've had enough time to really get her stuff, but she does have Stray, which is another Water Pierce, Null Freeze with a question mark, and Repel Bolt, so she would reflect all Bolt magic. She's also got this Ramu, which I didn't explain what Gold Mage is, but yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. You use money as MP, which is pretty nice, and that's why we have cat hoods on people, to keep getting us money so we can do that with certain characters. She has also got Seraphim, and it is less busted when she uses it, because it actually works correctly. So if she was to throw out, like, Ice 3 or something, it does work with Dread. I don't know if that could make a soft lock happen, because if Dread is free the whole time, and you just keep trying to do it on an enemy that's, you know, resists Petrify, will she keep doing it forever and just lock me? I don't know. We might just ban the hell out of Quickening no matter what, because it's just too stupid. Maria's cool. She's just not up there in power with the rest of us. So, Green Pants Gang forever, Maria. Alright, Ultros, one of many squids in this seed. So Ultros has a True Knight, which has come into play a couple of times, but not memorably. Lore, he does have our lore list, which is filling out nicely. It already has Quasar, we'll be using in the world of Ruin for AoE damage, but mostly he's been using Shadowfang because it is a non-elemental giant damage to a single target. Like, well, what are you gonna do? It's a desperation attack. He's really, really good because of that, and he's basically carried the game up to now. Also, he can equip the Tiger Mask that has Gold Mage on it, which will make those Quasars very cheap. I can't wait to use that once we get out of this world. Ultros, way to go, man. You're doing a good job. Alright, Selfie, kind of hated, because she was the one who commanded the Repliforce to take down the Green Pants Gang. She's making up for it. She's got a gold hairpin as her innate relic, which is really, really nice. Half MP cost on everything. W Bless has been kind of coming in handy. We haven't used her for a while, but when we had her, W Bless was pretty cool. It would throw down stuff like Kitty, like Unicorn. She can peace out by rolling escape off of it, but other than that, a lot of them are really, really good. They're just good buffs randomly twice. In Magic, she does have Flare already because we gave her the Iron Helmet, and she's casting it for 23 MP because of her gold hairpin. And we would probably actually give her the Gold Mage thing because she can equip it too, so it would be half MP and it would just be money instead of MP. It might actually be better for her to have it as MP because she has a decent amount and it's half MP cost than to use all of our money like that. But yeah, she's pretty good. And as far as her Espers go, Palador, that's it. Double AP Fizz Font. We're about to go fight the Repliforce in the air, so you better be ready. Alright, Bareham. I don't know what to think about this guy, man. He's giving me bad vibes. He's got Flaffle, which is Flare Star Fallen One, which might be one of the most busted skills I've ever seen. It's like almost engulf. So Fallen One hits everything no matter what and brings it to 1 HP, and then we hit it once with a weapon and it dies. That would work on Final Kefka. It works on everything. He has been very restricted on how we can use him, how and when we can use him, because it's just too good, man. But he's got that and Question Mark Earth, which we haven't even used one time because Fallen One. He's got some sprint shoes that are teaching him slow. His equipment doesn't matter. I haven't looked at his Espers. Oh yeah, Fenrir and Alexander, right. So Fenrir, Loner, and SOS Warp. I don't know what Loner is, but SOS Warp is exactly what it sounds like. And Alexander, Pearl Meteor Quick, and he's got a magic command. So yeah, he's pretty fucking good. But again, I really don't know if I can trust him. Granted, every character on my team this game has had Fallen One before, because most of them are Final Kefkas, but he's got it now, and that's weird. Anyway, and finally Arvis. Arvis is disappointing this game. So he came with a hero ring, which is pretty good, actually. But his skills are not the best. He has R-Tech, which can be good, because it can throw like Hyperdrive, Launcher, all kinds of decent stuff. But then Question Mark Elfire, you might think is pretty good, right? Well, it does Elfire a random amount of times, and it is also random targeting. Anything with random targeting is pretty much just off the table, like big time. So that's not great. Espers, he's got Seraphim also, which would make his Elfire go forever. I think, and Alexander. So we have a few people with Alexander. He does have a magic list, so he's always going to have something he can do. None of the characters in this seed are bad. None of them have nothing they can do. But as far as like base stuff, Arvis sucks because of that random targeting shit. So sorry, buddy. Our tech didn't quite do enough to save you. Alright, now that all the characters are talked about, let's talk about the seed. The seed has been super duper interesting, man. These junction flags are way too fun. I love the junction flags. Also, the narrative stuff that I've come up with for this one that is trying to be intertwined with gameplay, with like the community service thing and being punished and stuff like that, has been really, really cool too. Because I get to like give backstories to like NPC, or like to think about the towns and what could be done in certain towns and stuff. Yeah, so I'm super proud of what I'm doing here, you know, with the whole law system and everything and how they have to abide by it. And that's about to get even crazier because Captain Leo is dead, and now it's Kefka's turn to make some laws and to try to enforce them. So we'll see what kind of community service we have next episode, because that's going to be rough, probably. I love this seed. I think it's my favorite one of the Stars trilogy so far that I've been playing through, but we'll see in the World of Ruin. Things might change. Thanks you guys for watching, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.